Welcome to Adventures in Lollygagging. This is Perils and Princesses, Just Dessert, our sweet revenge campaign. I am your GM, sometimes Jeff, who complains because I move around too much for the camera. Oh, look, I'm going over here a little bit. Oh, I'm going to spend the rest of the session in this corner over here. Oh, yes.
Wait till I mute her and she has no idea that she's running the game while muted. And we'll see who's laughing.
So still me. I make myself laugh, and that's all that matters. Even if that's sad. So as you guys can see, we only have Jeff, Melissa, and Derek, but you know what? That's enough. That is enough. That's all the players we need.
It's not great.
Or at least Melissa and Derek is really all we need. Just Melissa and Derek, actually, I think.
I don't think you would be able to go on stream, though, without me. I am technically essential to this.
No, Melissa has run it before. Technically, Melissa's run it before, though.
Melissa, you think you could right now, starting from scratch, boom, go do everything?
All right, Kipster, here's what you do. We just use AI to replace because AI is coming.
Why would you say stuff like that?
No,
why would you?
No, can't touch that one. It's the meme. That is the meme. I will not do it, even as a joke.
Thank you.
All right. So you guys do get a fun, really long summary because I write too much, though. So let's catch everyone up on what's been going on. Our princesses have made it to day 3 of 7 before the confectionery curse takes over the kingdoms. With some more lucky rolls, it seems like the folks of Deerhollow remain unchanged. We're just waiting for some unlucky rolls, and some of our friends might disappear. However, the pixies of Berrybrook have found out that the curse has finally penetrated their sort of magical stronghold, and the queen's magic is no longer able to keep it out. Chestnut himself ran up to the princess's room to let them know, and he came in, appeared like a roasted chestnut, which, if you're in the 1600s, that's a candy. After the princesses were thoroughly bad at keeping their friendly NPCs from panicking and debating the consciousness of food-turned people, Adelaide decided to try to pull Chestnut back from panic via mindfulness and her nutritious parts of her body. Lagolla decided to talk to Queen Gardania, usually a bad idea. This time actually didn't turn out too poorly, being well educated in courtly graces and requesting a favor from her. The favor was granted, and the queen brought all her seamstresses and tailors to town, and they were able to create outfits worthy of entering the Eternal Ball. Letty described a matter as sort of a dark gray wrap with shiny rhinestone-like stars, with a train designed to look like a comet's tail. Lagolla took inspiration from black holes and asked for a black dress that would appear to bend light around it, and had a white shawl and a headdress which touched with a touch of either black or white jewelry. Adelaide wanted to be like the moon, reflecting off of a waterfall, so got to sort of a flowy dress with blues and purples to represent the water, and then sort of the moonlight came off it in sort of the shoulders, and she probably got a tiara with a pearl on top just to represent that. Roxy wanted her moon pendant to be the inspiration for her outfit, so ended up with a suit made of both glossy and matted white material to imitate pure moonlight. Now with outfits, also Gallicrow to be announced because he hasn't had a chance to describe so. But with these outfits, they met the requirement for the celestial theme of the Eternal Ball, and they had a few Fey items in their inventory, including the shawl from the blacksmith and a mask, I believe, for the wakey potions. Have you gotten that yet?
Did we get that from Roxy? Because we were supposed to deliver something.
You were supposed to get it. I'm going to say Roxy probably gave that to you because you're now in the Eternal Ball. So if somebody can add that to your inventory, that may have been something that I forgot to mention. There we go. So just thank you. I totally didn't forget. No problems. So they now meet and they also have the entry pass from Ashcan, not trash can, to enter the ball.
Whoa, careful. You don't want to accidentally say his name too many times.
Right. You might say it 2 more times on accident.
True.
We've been very carefully avoiding that.
Right.
Very intentionally.
That's true. That is true.
You think it's disrespectful? We're being very cautious.
No, it's
careful.
actually very clever, but I enjoy then.
Did you just call me very clever?
Oh, no, you misheard. You clearly misheard.
That sounds like it's very clever, and it was my idea.
Definitely misheard. I definitely didn't
some sort
say
of
that.
mathematical equation thing means I'm very clever.
Derek,
Thanks,
it's a
really
special
nice.
item if you agree with me.
Hold on. So if you wear the mask, then she has to pay the compliment to whoever came up with it and wouldn't know who came up with it, thereby proving you came up with it.
That made no sense whatsoever.
Read the mask says
Derek wasn't even paying attention to the conversations.
No, I was. I'm saying if you wear the masquerade
idea was my idea.
Right, but she won't give Jeff the compliment. But if you wear the anonymous mask, she has to, because then she doesn't know. Yeah. It was there.
So working on a workaround.
My bad. Your own parents wouldn't recognize
as the princesses tried to talk instead of walking, they were pushed out of Berrybrook via GM magic and through the misty veil. Lagolla had the idea to try to catch a ride with a bird. Unfortunately for her, she ended up with a cursed woodpecker who immediately attacked them, hoping for a tasty bite of some human candied flesh.
Even though they eat bugs.
That's protein. You're a small protein. I see no difference here.
It's also cursed, so it really bypasses any laws.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, fair enough.
I'm nice to you. You're nice to me. It's a weird day.
All right. Yeah, it's weird today. Luckily, Ghost Dulcinea's raven was watching nearby and bored. Adelaide paid with something precious to her, but accidentally managed to barter a ride across the Tanglewood Forest because of it. 3/4 of the princesses landed gracefully, with poor Lagolla having lost her grip and fallen once more, and then dropped in a mud puddle. Ghost then pissed off away from the princesses. After some debate and investigation, the princesses discovered that, well, they had the ticket to the Eternal Ball in their pocket, one of their pockets. The lake became a portal-like structure. Eventually, jumping through, they found themselves at the end of a very long queue. A woman fought with what appeared to be the bouncer near the front of the line and was denied entry. So our party decided to wait. They got dressed, waited about an hour, and managed to convince with some very nice, graceful rolls that they should be allowed entry, even with only one ticket. And so they finally entered the Eternal Ball of the Earl King. All right, let me just activate the Eternal Ball. So our princesses stand in front of a prismatic barrier, which you now know to be the portal into this ball. It is a well-kept garden in front of you. It appears to be pillars reaching towards where a ceiling should be, but there is only sky above you on either side. The heavens here appear painted a rosy dawn, like a first hints of sunrise. Beyond your immediate area, the sky turns to bright noon and dark twilight, depending on the direction you're looking. Within the garden itself, you see a beautiful fountain. You see some bird cages that are fully open and the birds just happen to be flying around. You see what appears to be a game with a long sort of hammer and balls, and you see sort of wicket goals. But watching even for a minute, you can tell the people playing whatever this is seem to mostly be making weird gestures and hitting the ball really hard. Yes, so you have the gardens in front of you. You can keep traveling to one of the other sort of daylight or nightlight routes, or explore the gardens more. Yeah.
Can we deduce from a distance what substance the balls are made out of?
Yes. Do any of the princesses feel sporty that are here today?
No.
As in, like, that's a talent?
Yeah, like, do you feel like maybe you did sports at any point in time?
The only talent my princess has is fishing, which I guess is technically
That's a sport. Technically,
kinda?
I think that qualifies as a sport. So as observers, maybe this is a game you played as children. This appears to be croquet. With the long hammer, and the balls are generally made of, I think, a wicker, mallet ball, hoops, or wickets. So I guess the balls are probably just rubber.
Okay. I was just wondering if they were made out of some sort of like earthy stone type of thing, so I might communicate with them to see if they're being treated okay. You know, that kind of thing.
No, rubber is a byproduct of trees, and thus not something you care about.
No, it's true. I really screw trees. They're stupid.
You can see sort of a large number of people kind of surrounding what would be the croquet zone, and they're cheering and watching, and every now and again, even though nobody is getting their balls in the wicker, there's like these magical numbers that are floating in the sky, and little names under each one, and the numbers keep going up.
It looks like a lot of fun.
Why? What about it looks fun?
The balls are different colors, and you try to like aim for one thing or another. And I actually did have like a set of this when I was a kid.
I mean, it is something I played as a child.
Size.
I played this as a kid. I never understood the point of it.
Do you want to try to play? See if we can get up in there. Maybe they're doing like shirts and skins or something for teams.
I don't know what that means, but I would like to play it, I think. If you want to play with me, that would be fun.
Excuse me. Has anyone got next? Anyone got next?
So a rather tall fairy kind of turns towards you. His eyebrows raised, his blonde hair glistening and pulled back. You're interested in croquet? Oh my. I am happy to make your names on the list and have your sort of scores brought to the sky. Do you know the rules?
No.
Sure don't.
Nope.
Well, you should definitely try to figure that out before I sign you up. And he'll kind of look towards, and to his left, there appears to be a very beautiful woman. She's got dark skin and this side parted afro. And she kind of looks serene as she looks to you and goes, newcomers are welcome, of course, but we don't explain the rules. That's something that you have to be clever enough to figure out yourselves.
Okay. I'm pretty clever, you know? Right?
All right. If you guys...
Yes, you can watch and I'm sure that you
What? I was watching the birds.
That makes sense. That's usually... Yep. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Just in case one of them picks you up, drops you again, it's definitely good for you to keep an eye on them.
I figure either I will die of traumatic brain injuries or I'll finally figure out how to land.
To be fair, you are full size. The birds are regularly sized birds in comparison to you. So you don't believe they could pick you up anymore. Though, new fear unlocked. Always good.
Is there a way to study and watch what's happening and see if I can deduce some sort of pattern?
Yes, there's a few things we can do here. You guys sort of stand and observe for a moment, And you can do a wits roll with disadvantage, but you also notice sort of a sort of Shire woman behind this larger Fey man with his beautiful blonde hair, who seems to be like holding a little bit of a little picnic basket, sort of waiting in attendance on him. And she looks a little bit side-eye. She looks like she could be persuaded. With maybe a grace. So it depends on what you'd like. There is a woman that appears to be approachable, unlike the two that you've just met, who appear noble and less welcoming. And then you can do a disadvantage witch roll, and I'll give you what it is as well, if you figure it out yourself.
I think Letty would just be studying it if one of you wanted to try to go the other route.
I could try and talk to the nice lady. I seem to have the ability to conversate.
I'll watch with Letty, and I can help with that.
All right. So if Adelaide and Letty want to give me a disadvantage wits roll, and then Lagolla can give me a grace check, a social grace check, please and thanks.
Would my courtly etiquette give any sort of? You said she's not royalty, but I'm just
she's
curious.
Not.
Okay,
because it would with the other two. With this one, it's less.
Gotcha.
Do you think balls are only for royalty?
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah. I didn't go to a ball. There ain't no. What? I'm not. No one in my neighborhood.
That's because you never got invited. Just saying.
Oh, that's a separate thing.
Did you not go to prom?
Is that a ball?
I think so. I think it's the
that
modern day equivalent of a ball.
Actually,
I think it is.
I think that's.
Didn't
that
you get?
A ball.
We attended your wedding too, and I feel like your wedding would probably constitute as a ball.
Was there dancing? Was there
Also
ballroom
ball.
dancing? No.
Well, there was something like dancing.
There was something like dancing.
Yeah.
All right. Let's start with Letty. What did you get with your?
So I think you're supposed to take the big old mallets, and then you're supposed to talk to the balls. And
I got a natural 20. I suck. I have no idea.
I mean, I would have been fine, but for whatever reason, this was disadvantage. So I rolled a 8 and a 16.
8 and
Maybe
a 16.
you're trying to. Is there like some sort? I don't think there's any logic to this at all. I don't think this makes sense.
It really seems like you hit something and then you take a drink and it doesn't really matter where it went. You just take a drink anyway in between and then you hit the ball again and then you take another drink.
There is a Fae who is swinging right now who seems to be doing windmill motions with a croquet hammer with a picture of water on his other hand just perfectly balanced before he does that beautiful arc and then does down the entire drink. You realize it's probably beer or some liqueur.
Oh, this is easy. Oh, I got this.
Yeah. Okay. It makes perfect sense. Yeah.
And then the score above his head goes up minutely and he looks very disappointed.
I don't know if it's scoring like how close you got or if it's scoring like style. Like, when there's competitions and then judges like rate you on like how well you did the thing and it's not just a static like how fast you did it.
Or you only get the amount of points equal to the alcoholic proof, like the alcohol by volume, of whatever you're drinking. And he's just a lightweight and he's not drinking anything strong. Maybe that's what it is.
All right, Lagolla, did you happen to get a better roll than our wits?
Please tell us you did.
Oh,
I rolled a 14 and I needed a 13.
Well, hold on.
I just walk up and I'm like, I was about to say something rude.
No, hold on. We do have a lovely mechanic that would allow you to reduce that roll.
I do.
I wasn't sure if he wanted to spend it.
A hard dice to spend.
Can I apply my armor points to this roll?
No.
To shield myself from embarrassment.
Adelaide is trying to shield you from yourself, I suppose.
I'm trying to think of how to flavor this assistance.
Well, you and Letty are currently debating like how it works, and maybe you come up and make a guess at Penny with Lagolla.
It's like it's got to be. I think Letty and I have talked, and it's one of two things. It has to do with like the style that you like. There's the mallet and the ball and the little like archy thingies. But really, it's just about like the style and grace with which you hit the balls, or it has to do with the drink that you have in your hand and like how strong the drink is and how much you're like putting yourself at like a handicap when you hit it.
You just hear the background.
Why?
The Fae gives you a nasty who just swung. This time he did some sort of twirling and throwing of his mallet and spinning around his arm. And then he had 2 glasses that he started to juggle with the mallet before downing both of them and taking a swing at his ball. And you yelled lightweight at him, and he gives you just this nasty side eye.
Maybe put something stronger in those glasses and
Adelaide,
you get more points.
You can give me your heart die with that.
1.
I think that's enough.
I've matched it.
Thankfully.
So,
Lagolla
will walk up. Yeah. So Lagolla will walk up to this lady with the nice moon pendant and say, "So we were wanting to play this game, but we've never been to the Fae before, the Fae lands, and we've also never played crochet. So I was hoping crochet. I don't know, one of the two. I was hoping." Could you provide us some assistance? We just want to partake and make friends.
Oh, and she'll kind of side eye at the 2 nobles on her side. I'm just going to help them with some food. And she's going to start like guiding you guys towards a tree. And you notice there's little groups around these trees. And I think Lagolla would know this just because of her personality for no reason. These are clearly little gossip circles that are happening where they all talk shit about something. And no reason why Lagolla specifically would just know that naturally.
We're just going to say it's tied to my social grace score.
Sure. Okay. So my name is Penny. Very nice to meet you. Penumbra, actually, but Penny for short. I'm the attendant for Prince Aurelius. He loves fairy croquet, so I've watched it a lot. It's not like how you humans do it. We are all about flair and flourish, and you have to be like as amazing as possible. It doesn't really matter if you hit it through the goal or not. Also, here, take this bun. Pretend to be eating it.
Oh, thank you very much, Penny. My name is Lady Lagolla, and thank you for helping.
Nice to meet you. And you can kind of see her kind of quickly glance over at the 2 nobles, her eyes maybe lasting on them a little bit more than a normal handmaid would. So really all that cares is you have to find some way to make it as spectacular as possible. We have these balls for a decade. Well, the Eternal Ball has been going for centuries, but each decade is a new sort of theme and we change everything up, and the rules all change. But right now, style.
Okay. They might be getting into the semantics here, but what exactly defines style? Like, if I just shot one of the balls with my bow, that's a style of a sort, but would they care about that?
That sounds kind of boring. You have to shoot it through like flaming hoops and make it do zigzags, and then that'd be cool.
So the more unbelievable and the more that we break the laws of physics, the better.
Yeah.
Okay.
We've seen 1,000 things shot with bows and arrows, you know?
That makes sense. Okay. And are Adelaide and Letty here, or?
I presume they joined you. Well, maybe Letty might still be heckling the...
Oh, heckling the shit out of them.
Like, but it sounded like Adelaide had come to help you.
Right. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Well,
so Adelaide, you didn't actually introduce her. So yeah, you're actually, Miss, you're really close. You're right on the spot with the style.
Hi, I'm Adelaide.
Hi, nice to meet you. I'm Penny.
Nice to meet you.
Hi. So I know that Amorous and Aurelius are a little bit closed off, but they do love the spectacle.
Oh, okay. Do you like them?
No? What makes you say that?
Oh, no reason. No reason. I don't like, it's okay. That's fine. I'm not here for that.
Oh no, am I hitting the peak of the mic?
I was just saying, because they went higher register. That's how you know.
Yes.
Oh, higher
The
register.
higher register was the tell. They look lovely.
Yeah,
but
they're great.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go back over there now.
We're in these buns.
Help.
And she like hustles back with her picnic basket to kind of like make sure and dote on her two nobles.
Letty.
Yo, what's up?
All
I
right,
think
so
I
we have
figured
to
it out.
be. Okay, let's hear it.
Well, what you're supposed to do is you're supposed to hit the balls as hard as you can. But in the process of hitting them, you're supposed to down the strongest amount of booze you possibly can. And if you can't actually down it, if you spit it up or something like that, you lose points. If you down it all, you get some positive points. But if the ABV was too low, then you don't get that many points.
Adelaide, I think that her theory really would make her more spectacular in her approaches to this game. It's not too far off from the information that we got with the alcohol part.
To be fair, the more ABV, the more spectacular the outcome. No doubt.
That's absolutely correct.
That is what it is all about. The show. So
I'm smart.
yes, you definitely are. I was thinking that I was gonna like bend over and like hit it backwards between my legs, but it really seems like that would be really boring, and like you really have to like think about what to do like a lot and be like really creative. So maybe we could like come up with ideas together.
We can do that. And then down some like moonshine of some kind, like that makes you go blind,
You see in the distance, there's one person with two people on their shoulder. They're all holding croquet mallets out, and they're starting to hit like 5 balls in a row just all over the place.
Would you look at that?
I mean, that's not really original, but yes.
That's what they mean. It's got to be like really, really fantastic and not boring.
Well, in looking through my bag, unless I tie some lockpicks to the ball, there's really not a whole lot I can set on fire or blow up. So this should be interesting. What do we see around the croquet court, pitch, field?
It's not a really defined edge. This seems to be a really loose game of rules, and more or less it's a sort of square that's just kind of loosely defined by the people standing around it more than anything. And whomever seems to be called up at any point in time, somebody has a list that they seem to be reading off. This sort of woman with beautiful, elegant, curly, long hair all the way down to her waist. And she's kind of wearing a mini skirt with these giant stars that just hang off of her arms. Seems to be reading from a list for the names for who's next.
Well, as long as each of us can make our shots look truly otherworldly, that's all the point of this game is.
Couldn't we team up, do like a collaboration, and then one of you do the thing?
Yeah, we could all go in together. We could and Adelaide has her bag out and she's just like rifling through the bag.
Sets it on fire and then like knock it out, or then use the booze to make it even bigger. The fire is, and then like jump through it and everything. And then do a tumble. And
I do like the pyrotechnics idea. Is there a fondue fountain of some sort?
Not in this zone, but you can smell cooking, and you know that there is food in one of the other directions. So you might be able to find something like that. And as you guys are debating and talking, Adelaide, you see sort of this tiny gray crow fly by, and it takes you a second. You realize it's wooden, and looking and following this, you see there's a person sort of under the tree who appears to be wearing sort of a beret with a giant feather coming out of it. And she's just got the most sour look on her face as this bird kind of drops down and seems to be whispering something in her ear, and she shakes her head, angry kind of growl as she turns and snaps something back, and the bird like picks up and flies. As you kind of see this person here with his bob cut and a little star under their right eye. But it was a very interesting trick. But yes, the croquet field.
So that was, if Adelaide saw that, I think what Lagolla would say to Letty is, well, I don't know when our turn is, but I'm thinking that if I can find some kind of like fondue fountain or regular fountain, we could turn it into a makeshift cannon and just take the ball and shoot it at the mallet. Because everybody's hitting the balls with the mallets. Let's hit the mallet with the ball.
That's right, absolutely. And we could pour the moonshine inside of the fondue, and then it'll explode at night. It'll get pyro. Yeah, I like
exactly.
This.
Okay, I'm off to go find it. If they call us, stall.
I believe you just have to prove that you know the rules to get on the list, and you have not quite yet done that.
Well, I'm going to go and find a fountain to steal. Yeah, we need that to show we know the rules.
Okay.
Okay. Do you want to travel together, or are you guys going to split up?
I'll go with.
Yeah, we can travel together.
All right.
I'll go chat with this star tattooed bob cut person in the bird.
Be careful. That star means they shank someone in prison.
Oh my word! I don't. Hey, are you pulling my leg?
No, it's a star because there are these weapons that are like star shaped. They're like knives that are star shaped, and so they stabbed him with one of those, and that's why they make it the star.
That is worse, I think. But we're here in the ball, and I can be friends with anyone, and I'm gonna go talk to them anyway. And good luck with the fondue cannon.
Don't ask them about who they shanked out. They don't like it.
I know. I was not gonna say that even remotely. But good luck with what you're doing.
You overhear Adelaide as we're walking away.
Well, she was nice hanging out with while we had the time. Gonna have to find another person to fill the party out now.
So as you guys follow this beautiful yellow brick road between the Dawn Gardens towards the midday, just as the natural path, the smell of food gets stronger and stronger, and you kind of enter half of a castle wall in front of you with towers on either side and a bright, luminous sun kind of painted, but it's creating a light effect everywhere. Just above this, and you see probably a fondue set, but also towers of champagne and the beautiful French pastries all over the place, and just everything that could be done in a full pig roast, fine cuisine. And also you hear someone playing on a harp string, and they'll go, oh, to be done with the day and have a good story again. No, that's not. Let me think here. There once was a woman who wanted to live. No, that's not good either. Sounds boring. They've done it all before. There was a prince in love with somebody else. And you turn to see Troubadour with a harp in his hands, kind of just sitting in a corner, seemingly trying to come up with a good story around a song, quite noisily.
Well, that sounds like a hook, but we've got to find our cannon.
Okay.
Right, we gotta get that fondue and find some moonshine. We got a whole list of things we need to accomplish here.
Are there any cannon looking, or objects that could be made into a makeshift cannon that could fit a croquet ball in it.
Give me, I'm going to say, give me a wits roll.
I'm assuming Letty can also make this since she's.
Oh, you want me to do it? I mean, if you
I
want me to do it, I will.
I know a cannon shoots things, but I don't know what material
Are you
is the
saying
best.
you're too stupid? It's
Yes.
fine. I'll take care of it. That's an 8. That's a pass.
So, Letty, as you look around, you see these long cylindrical water jugs that look to be made out of metal. Probably, if you take the bottom off, you could do something cannon-like with them. You see, as is mentioned, an assortment of food. You have cheeses and cakes and pears and plums and berry-filled pies. As far as an ignition, maybe you see something like a potato or things like fruit that could fit in that very long metal vase that might help clog the bottom, but also give it momentum. For ignition, probably not a food source unless you find baking powder and vinegar is probably at this table somewhere.
Soda? Is that soda?
Baking soda? That's what I said. I will say, as you two look around, you do also see another woman in beautifully dressed, and you see she's kind of standing in the other corner, and she's got the most elegant sort of array of statues around her, and all of them are as beautiful as a Greek artisan could do, and she's got sort of this for some reason, coat rack with just the most beautiful garb behind it as well. And you see, there we go. And you see she's also got a few people, and you know that they're humans because of the roundness of their ears, but they appear gorgeous and with there's one with fine black hair and white skin and rosy cheeks, and he kind of stands out amongst them. And you see some other people also there, and she seems to be just fawning herself, and the humans around kind of look a little bit confused, just like they're not quite sure what's going on, but they all seem to be healthy and well fed, so maybe that's okay.
Letty would be quite interested, I think, with this new person on the scene.
Mm-hmm. And would be, hey, one second, Lagolla, I gotta go inquire about something really fast.
What? I thought, okay. Should I look for alcohol?
And Lagolla,
as
Letty kind of and wanders off, you see another woman with nearly blue skin. She's so white. The hair is white. Her skin is pale. Her lips are slightly blue. And you can see as she reaches out and touches like an apple on the table, it starts to ice over. And she's wearing the most elegant sort of ice crown you could ever conceive of. But yes, let's split the party. So Adelaide, as you kind of go back, your party members moving further on, you meet this person with this bob cut and this star under their right eye, and they go, "Did he send you?" He's such a brat. My brother, Carillo, he's said I had a pumpkin nose. I can't believe the nerve of him. I sent him back a message, and you can tell him this yourself if he sent you here, that his nose is just as pumpkin as mine.
I don't know, Carillo. My name's Adelaide,
Likely
and I was
story.
just standing over there, and I saw you and thought I would say hi. Hi.
Give me just a grace check right now, please, Adelaide.
Okay, grace of 11. Rolled a 15, as I usually do.
I don't think so. You can go and tell my brother that if he doesn't change his outfit, we're done. And he can forget about his birthday.
That's a whole lot of that's a whole lot of information. Where would I find your brother?
He's in the twilight. Dancing or something, I'm sure. How dare he think he can get away with wearing the same outfit for an entire decade as me? I got here first.
Oh, so it's not like a thing like your parents like dressed you guys in the same outfits because they thought it would be cute?
No. How dare? No, of course not. I dressed myself completely unique and original. And what does he think he's doing dressing like me?
Oh, I just didn't know if this like started when you were brothers, when you were younger and your parents did the thing. And so then maybe sometimes you kind of do it as an adult because it might be fun.
When we were younger, sure, we liked to, run around and cause problems together for our parents, but this is the eternal ball, and he dare dress like me, and I can't believe him. Completely rude. You can tell him that he is completely rude.
So many notes. So his nose is like a pumpkin too, and he's rude, and
yep.
We're not doing his birthday?
No, absolutely not. No birthday for him anymore. It's only my birthday now.
Oh, wow. I would be really sad if someone didn't celebrate my birthday.
As you kind of like are saying this, the little wooden bird sort of flies back on her shoulder, and you can actually, at this close, you hear the bird in a voice very similar to hers says, yeah, well, your eyes are like the bad kind of black, like coal black is good and yours are the bad ones. And she goes, well, his eyes are the bad kind of black and it's not coal like at all. And the bird flies off.
I'm going to go follow why do you have a star on your face?
What? Oh, it's just a birthmark.
Oh.
Yeah.
And she just
the right side is the good side.
Longer?
Mm-hmm.
Does your brother have a birthmark too?
Yeah, but he's lame and it's on his left side.
Are you twins?
Yeah. He's completely different, though. He looks way different than me. And he shouldn't be wearing my outfit.
So I just need to look for someone who looks just like you, except the star is on the other side.
Yes.
But you're twins.
And he's supposed to be dressed differently.
Oh, okay. Well then. And
you can go tell him that. He's in the twilight. I'm not listening to any of his spies.
Like the bird?
Yeah, like the bird.
The bird is his, not yours?
Well, it's both of ours. Our parents may have given it to us together, but that's besides the point.
So the existence of this bird is flying back and forth between the two of you to share the insults that you won't say to each other's faces, and this is the whole reason that it's alive?
When he changes, and I can bear to look at him.
So why don't you follow me over to Twilight, and we can all figure this out?
No.
Please?
I'm afraid you have failed your grace check, Adelaide.
Sure. Yeah.
This person appears, she is very stubborn and she is very not interested in moving at this point in time.
And one of Adelaide's motivations is making friends.
Mm-hmm.
And so she'll say,
this appears to be somebody in need of a friend, but unwilling to listen until something happens with her brother.
Yeah. Welcome, Raiders, Matt and Hat. Thank you for joining us.
Just shank them.
She wants you to shank her brother, and then you can be friends with it. That's what it sounds like.
I mean, that is a solution.
That's what it sounds like to me. I'm just saying.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so Twilight's probably over there where it's dark. That's probably where. Okay, yeah. Okay. I'm gonna go follow where the bird flew and see if I can find the person that looks exactly like you, except the star is on the other side. And
And you can tell him his hair is not fine. It's like wire.
So the hair that you both share that looks exactly the same, you think your hair looks like wire?
I've obviously got the good hair.
This, I'm gonna write all these things down, but this may not feel good to say all of these things out loud. I may play that by ear when I get there, but I'll go try to find your brother and see what we can do.
And as you kind of turn to walk towards the twilight area, a little wooden bird flies back across.
And so Adelaide will wait till the little bird talks to her so that Adelaide can really run after the bird.
It says.
And then I want to follow the bird because following the bird is going to be the straightest line to the brother.
You hear an equally childish insult back via the bird as it flies, and you are easily able to follow it towards the twilight. For our lovely feasting room midday princesses, Letty, as you go towards this woman, she kind of turns to look at you and gives you this up and down and goes, come to admire my people? My things of beauty or my gorgeous attire?
Yeah, you got a real nice posse here, question. If it's all right for me to ask you a question.
I suppose you could do with a bit of a touch-up, dear. You're melting a bit.
Well, that's true. I am. It's that whole curse thing, turning into candy, all that kind of stuff, that kind of thing.
What? Ooh, that sounds disgusting. No, thank
totally
you. Don't touch me.
Oh, no, I wasn't planning on it. Don't worry.
Good.
We're on the same page there.
I am a collector of only gorgeous things, and you do not qualify.
Yeah, I'll get that a lot. It's understandable. I understand. I'm real not very attractive. I'll get it. I'm really it's more my mind, I'm a mind. My brain. I got wits. That's what it is. So I was wondering, you've got these statues here.
Yes.
Did you make them?
Oh, no, I'm a collector. I don't touch tools.
Yeah,
they are merely the things that I take because they are gorgeous.
They are pretty nice. They
are. And this fellow here is probably the finest of my collection. He is a fairy godmother, Fae touched for his beauty. And she just kind of strokes a hand down the side of his face. Beautifully empty in the head right now.
Is that one of the statues or one of the people?
People.
Yeah. Okay. Anyway, about the statues.
Yes.
So, where'd you get them from? Did whoever sculpted them, are they here?
Probably a few hundred years ago, there was a fellow who was making a lot of them. And I just took a few that I thought were very nice. And then there was, for some reason, a collection of all sorts of them and some paintings and little plaques. And I thought it was a waste to have them there. So I took those from them as well.
Oh, okay. It sounds like you liberated this stone from someone who had done it harm. So you're a hero in my book.
I know. I really am.
Really? I can see why all these people want to hang out with you, because you're so heroic and such.
Oh, yes. I really am. Yes.
Do you mind if I take a closer look at the
statues? No, don't touch. No.
I wasn't going to touch him. Not with my physicality, with my brain.
Yes.
You see.
All right. You can step closer if you give me something of beauty.
Well, I'm quite ugly and hideous, so I don't know if I've got that. Hang on, let me see. Let me go in my pack.
And
if you need something, and she'll point to the side, the dice tables are over there. You can see if you can gamble for stuff.
I've got these earrings. What do you think of these? She does have jade earrings, so she kind of shows what do you think of these?
I'll rip them out of the earth myself.
Roll me a grace check.
Okay, I will do that. And I rolled a 3. Holy crap. That's a 3 and a 2.
Yes, they'll do. Just put them on the ground there. Or actually, on the table would be better. I don't want to accidentally touch you.
No, I understand it. You shouldn't. You definitely shouldn't touch me.
But yes, that's a fair exchange for getting within maybe a foot of one of our statues.
Cool. Okay. So, 1 sec.
So she's going to get close to one of the statues, which I assume is made from some kind of marble or stone of some kind. Yes,
they are that fine white marble that you see in the classic Greek statues. You can probably they're of a folklore or gods from around the kingdoms.
So she's going to be like,
Hi, how you doing? How's it going? I'm Letty. Hi.
And one of the statues kind of like, you can feel the stone emanating and looking at you as it goes, oh, hello.
Hi.
It's been so long since anyone has tried to talk to us.
Oh. So, what's your name? I'm Letty. Like I said, what's yours? Just,
David.
Hi, David. Oh, that's great. Hi, David. You're tall. You're like me. I'm tall too. So we're both just, we're both tall. How's that? It's great. Are you doing okay? Are you okay? Do you like it here?
It's okay. There's no weather and no sort of lessening of my stone.
No erosion. That's great. What do you think of this one over here? Miss Fancy Pants.
I used to be in a building where many people admired my stonework. She keeps us well enough.
Okay, sure. Okay, so it's not so. Okay. Hey, do you know anything about the Earl King?
Who?
Like, isn't the Earl King like the one who's sort of, like in charge here or something?
What does he look like?
Well, I think he's got a crown and a body.
The person
and he's got a
next to me.
hand. He's got a hand too. What?
Maybe the person next to me is the Earl King?
She'll turn and look at the person next to them.
Hi, hey, how's it going?
Yes, dear. Can I help you?
Hey, are you the Earl King?
Oh, no, dear. My name is Iliada. The Earl King you'll find in the Twilight Zone dancing right now, I believe.
The Twilight Zone? Oh, God, that sounds terrifying. Oh, okay.
Yes, they sometimes tell scary stories or unusual tales.
Okay, well, yeah. Okay, so you're doing okay? You feel, you well taken care of? You need me to jailbreak you or something?
This is my collection. I am.
Oh shoot! I thought I was talking to another statue. Let's just wheel
So did
I. Yes, I think you meant to talk to somebody else, but the statue was pointing to me. Yes, because I'm dressed fancy. I have a hand and wear my own tiaras.
Oh, that's
Letty,
cool.
What on earth is going on?
You're here.
I'm looking around for the alcohol, and I'll.
Lagolla, as you walked around,
David.
as you walked around, Letty, you kind of looking for things to create this cannon. You did sort of see a jolly, sort of red bearded fae who had that harp, and he kept saying things like, "Oh, she wanted to live forever." No, something else. And then you did again see the sort of the woman who looked like living snow. And you do see this collector with her statues and clothes and group of people. And you do hear dice rolling as you look over, and there's a circle of sort of fae just a little bit off to the side away from the main feasting area, but around a little table, who seem to be betting on things, shaking dice, putting them down, comparing with each other, and then doing it again. And they seem to be exchanging goods. But yes, you then come back up behind Letty and hear this.
So the handsome person that the collector hatted and said their head was empty, does that person look familiar? Or based on description that we've gotten before of the missing blacksmith, is this the blacksmith?
You have an inkling. Roll me I'll give you advantage on this. Give me a wits with advantage.
Okay.
Get you, Derek.
Yeah.
Oh, I got. Oh, wait, no, that's not good.
How
It's
far
okay.
off are you?
Somebody could throw a heart die at you.
Yeah, I rolled an 11 and a 20. I got excited about the 20, and then I remembered that's bad.
But you have
Well, no,
advantage, not
you have
disadvantage.
Right, yeah. So I have an 11, but my wits is 10, so I'm one off.
Oh, I got you. I'll do a heart die. Boom. And it's just a 2, so that should be enough.
I have a question. Who has the shawl in their inventory?
I think Letty.
I feel like everyone just says, I have stuff in my inventory. Like, I have the ticket.
The only thing
and
I thought you had was
the
Gallicrow.
I have Gallicrow and I have the ticket. Well, I had the ticket. We
So
turned
then
it
it
over.
would have to be Adelaide, right? It's not in my inventory sheet.
Yeah.
I mean,
it's not.
I have space, so I could carry it.
Is it in? Wait, let me pull up. Can I pull up Gallicrow's? Maybe he has.
I'll take a look.
I don't think we would have given it to Gallicrow, and I don't think
did.
Aaron was here when we were doing that scene anyway. So
Aaron does not have the shawl. I can confirm that.
Okay.
I mean, more than likely, it's one of the three of
I
us,
remember the scene where
so-
like she folded it up and like carefully gave it to us. I just don't know which one of us had it.
I mean, you're more of a face that I'm not a good face. Like,
Okay.
I'm an idiot.
I can keep
an
it.
asshole.
So we'll
or
say that.
something.
We'll say.
I
So
believe-
you have it.
Lagolla, in your dress, one of the things you're wearing is a shawl. It could be that shawl.
Okay. Yeah, that works.
Because it is a Fey touched item, and that is sort of a big boon in this Fey realm. So I will say with and Letty, did you give your heart die to Lagolla?
I gave a 2. I got a 2 on my dice. So
nice.
It should be
Okay.
enough, I think.
And so with maybe Letty kind of paying attention more to you now that you're there and you're quizzing of this fellow. Yes, this definitely fits the description that Maya the blacksmith gave you for her husband, who was kidnapped by a fae, or she believed. Some people said that he ran away, but some people believe that he was kidnapped. He seems kind of out of it and confused right now. And all of her like little human collection seem to be. She's got about 3 people. There's one woman. There's Ethan. Who is now Maya's husband. And there is also sort of a younger adult child, little boy.
What? Child trafficking? What the hell's going on here?
How bad?
They are all like gorgeous as far as humans are concerned. Like just flawless skin, flowing hair.
Just take a look at David. Whew.
Yeah.
So-
David's full naked, got a little bit of cloth over his shoulder.
I know, ain't nothing there left to imagination. You know what I'm saying?
Is this why you came over here, Letty? Have you had too much?
Yes. I feel like that was fairly obvious now in my character that would inquire about the statues.
Put the mask on if you're going to
Yeah.
do this kind of observing in public.
Okay. Hey, the show. Hey, the show.
So, one thing I wanted to ask is that in seeing, and what was his name? The blacksmith's husband?
Ethan Ellis.
Ethan. Okay. So seeing,
I may have said Ellis for his name because I accidentally mixed up when I was introducing him as a character way back when. But his name is Ethan, and I totally didn't mess that up some time ago and have been thinking about it for months.
Honestly, I feel like we should just start the campaign over. It's thrown
everything
into
my immersion's been ruined.
There's no proof. It's not
What are
recorded.
we doing? What are we even doing? Wrong names.
So as Lagolla connects the dots of the description and seeing Ethan, is it obvious that he's like stupefied or altered or something in a mind altered?
Because Letty helped you and brought that wits roll down to kind of recognize him, I'll roll this over and say that yes, he seems to be, all of these humans seem to be kind of just like standing there a little bit zombified, and that's not normal.
Okay. So because Lagolla's pieced this together and she knows that she has something of his wife, a belonging of his wife's, what she wants to do is very gracefully walk really close to him, like she's making her way over to Letty, and then pretend like her heel gets stuck in the ground or she has some kind of like wardrobe malfunction, and like teeter or lean and brush Ethan with the shawl to see if that snaps him out of it, like the touch of the loved one's item. So it doesn't look like, because, well, I guess I don't know that this person, you know what? I don't even know that this person cares that we can't touch. And Lagolla is bold enough to just be like, brush.
All right. So you, hey, what are you doing? Don't touch any of my things. You definitely not. Ew, get away. So you kind of ignore this woman, and are you just taking the shawl off and kind of like brushing it against him?
Well, I don't want to break my dress, but I will, get the fabric against the.
Well, you've got sort of like a beautiful heart cut on the top of the dress. With the little thin straps to help, and just it looks gorgeous without the shawl even. So you pull this shawl off and you kind of touch it amongst him, and he blinks and he's like, that smell, it's, who are you? Where am I? Where's Maya? Where's Maya?
Oh, good. So this is excellent. I'm glad.
This is,
Letty, is this how it
to her.
feels to have a thought?
What?
Is this how it feels to
talking
think?
to David. Sorry.
Get your eyes off of David's area.
The modeling is quite intriguing over here. Whew.
I had one of.
It's kind of hot in here.
Proportioned beautifully, that statue.
I had one of your moments. I've snapped Ethan out of his daze. You didn't notice him because of more.
Oh, pretty boy.
I don't even know. You were.
Oh, pretty boy. That's the Smith's husband. Oh my goodness. I'm so glad I thought of this right now.
Hey, you get away from him. He is mine. I paid for him in full market value.
How did you pay?
Well, actually, that's, yes. Who?
Myself. I don't give up anything that's gorgeous, and he just wandered perfectly close into the wood line.
I don't know if this is going to work or not, but Lagolla gets kind of irritated with this person's I'm still spacing the word right now. Entitlement. And so she's just going to I'm going to assume that part of courtly etiquette is knowing the most abstract, mundane laws or rules or bylaws. And so she is just going to turn around and deadpan and just rattle off, you cannot pay yourself for a person, and also people cannot be bought and sold, and especially someone she's just going to rattle off a whole bunch of different things to just overwhelm this entitled person and see if that gets her to buckle at all.
Sure. You can give me, I know it's your favorite. Oh no, actually you're right. This would be more grace, not wits. I'll take grace for this. Social graces. You're right.
Nothing convinces entitled people than laws and rationality.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Hey, this is a fantasy game. If I can't have it here, what are we even
What are we even fantasizing about? Also, just Three-Eyed Cat brought it up, and you're right. I never did explicitly state this. I'm going to say if you get some fun things from the audience, that will be a heart die refresh. How's that sound?
Ooh, that's a cool idea. I like that.
That's excellent.
Sweet,
I
and
rolled
we
a
got
5.
3.
Mm-hmm.
Five
Sorry, you rolled
under-
a 5.
5 under
well,
13.
Well, you're definitely never going to be part of my collection.
That's more than okay. I'm willing to overlook this. I'm sure it was a simple misunderstanding, but he really does need to be brought back to where he belongs.
You are not right. And you kind of overwhelmed her in a way. If you just kind of like start to slide Ethan away, you have a moment to probably get away with it before she'll gather herself up for another verbal attack.
I don't know how you're getting David, but best of luck to you, Letty. And she'll loop arms with Ethan.
I would try, but the statue of David's like 17 feet tall, so it's not really
Yeah.
possible. However, can she try to snatch back her earring? Because she put it down on the table, remember? So while she's like all like verklempt and whatnot.
Good sir, I do say.
I'll give you I will give you a grace check with disadvantage to do it.
May I argue for advantage because of my sticky fingers? That my fingers are very sticky now.
Oh, it's literally...
That is true.
Oh, nice.
All right, I will give you a straight roll for sticky fingers.
Okay. I'll take it. All right, this is grace.
Mhm.
I don't really have any talents that would help here. 8. Okay.
All right.
8 under 10.
Nice.
I got my things back.
So you kind of just like slide your hand along the table, and your fingers, naturally sticky at this point in time, just adhere to those earrings, and you walk away with Lagolla and Ethan.
You know what?
I can't believe we just got away with that.
You know what we probably could do? We could probably just like spit on all the others or something like that, and she wouldn't want them anymore. You know, just go up and rustle their
like
hair.
the disgusting depravity of us would just
Find
make all of the objects.
You like birds? Get the birds to come down there and shit on them or something. It'll be all over.
That's an excellent idea. If I see any
think it
birds,
would work.
I think so too. You must really want David to work with me.
So as this scene is happening, Adelaide, you follow this wooden bird all the way over to the Twilight Ballroom. Yes, excellent. Where you see in front of you a man. There's this gorgeous, huge ballroom dance floor, and the sky is filled with near twinkles of stars as the light is turning sort of purple and a dark royal blue, and this beautiful, enchanting music is happening. In the ballroom, you see suddenly there's doves flying in the air, and there's bouquets of flowers around, and in the distance there's a throne room on the other side of the ballroom, but at the base of it there's this bathtub with a man in it who appears to be slightly naked, gorgeous sort of curly hair, and the beat of the music starts to pick up, and he sort of turns and starts to elevate out of the bathtub, and then starts to crawl on the floor before a bunch of the other fae flank him on either side, and he stands up, and suddenly he's in this purple gown with a long coat and sparkles everywhere, and a beautiful sort of crown on his head as he starts this entire dance routine. And you kind of start vibing. You feel like you could go and join this sort of dance party happening. Do you feel like you could give me a wits to see if you dance or not?
I could do that, but first I'm going to welcome in the Raiders from Laugh Love Lindy.
Hello.
Welcome in.
Welcome to the dance party.
I'm doing so Adelaide, as you might expect, she's sort of like, kind of like wringing her hands and kind of watching everything that's happening. And like, she kind of wants to join, but she's sort of like wallflowering it up at the moment and kind of looking in and then takes a deep breath, and she is going to roll a grace check and see how this goes.
All right.
Because I'm rolling, that's a 611.
All right. So you kind of slide in and start to joining this event, and you manage to match the rest of the party goers perfectly in this intricate 90s pop to elegant ballroom dance mashup that seems to be going on the dance floor right now. And just like there's glitter and sparkles everywhere. And suddenly you feel like you're wearing more purple because your initially was sort of the flow of water with moonlight and purple and blue. But the purple seems to be like bleeding out the blue a little bit more the longer you stay here.
Thank you, Chad, for the unts in chat. So
you could say you might be the most beautiful girl in the world, right? Hey. Anyone?
All right. To stop dancing, however, I do also need a wits roll to see if you can sort of mentally break away from this dance party. As you see that wooden bird flying away again and follow it to a person who looks exactly like the other twin you saw, but their star is on their left side of their face.
Oh, I should have to pass 2 rolls in a row. I don't know. But this is wits, so a little better. Nope. That's a 17.
Oh,
dancing
dear.
She is. Dancing. So
you feel suddenly compelled to stay on this dance floor, and you don't think you can stop for a while. And she was like sudden realization
excited
is like,
a bit.
Yeah.
And then she's a little less so. Oh, sorry, I just got distracted by chat. We have the person who wrote the module. Welcome in. Thank you for joining us.
Hi.
So Adelaide's been very excited that she's here, and then you just sort of see like movement is still happening, but her face, like the kind of ever-present smile, just kind of gets replaced with like she's looking around.
And you're all alone right now too. Give me a second wits roll.
No.
Oh yes.
It's a 19.
Oh no, you are still dancing. You see around you a jester, like looking like a little child, starts to run around, and he's throwing sort of frogs at people for some reason, and he points at you, and you feel like you can only croak for a little bit, but you're stuck dancing and can't react to it. And you see sort of next to you a sort of impenetrably beautiful woman goes, "Oh dear, well, you'll get out one of these times. Just keep trying." And she kind of has this impeccably beautiful hairstyle, this very revealing low-cut dress, as she kind of just moves off on her own volition and power. But you are stuck dancing. And we are going to go back. Oh, yep. Oh no.
She's very sad. She's silently sobbing a little bit to herself. She's like spinning around and there's no one. No.
Yeah, your feet start to hurt, but you are we'll come back to you, but you are currently entrapped on the dance floor. Letty and Lagolla, you have rescued Ethan. You know where there's a large metal pitcher. You know where there's fruit that could theoretically fit that size, and maybe also help go in front of a ball that you want to shoot out. You've got some volcanic ingredients. You also are missing Adelaide. You know that as you are you going to stay in the midday room, or are you going to head back to the dawn?
Well, we know she probably got shanked by that star tattoo person, so I don't know. Maybe.
Would I have bumped into Adelaide at all when going from the feasting room or walking around the feasting room looking for the items and then going up to Letty?
Give me a wits. We'll see if you happen to have spotted her. Your favorite roll, I know.
It's a 14. I have a 10 in wits.
I'm afraid not. All right, so as far as you're concerned, Adelaide is probably still in the Dawn Gardens, just chatting with that angry-looking, bob-cutted person, teenager. And
I'm sure that Adelaide's fine. She's probably trying to make friends
fine.
or make people smile or
This place
feeding
is
them
perfectly safe.
Mm-hmm. I mean,
Sure.
you've got a croquet challenge to compete with.
Right. I think let's just say, folks. Hey, is Ethan still with us?
Yes, Ethan has followed you. Where's Maya? Where's Maya? He's kind of starting to look more alarmed.
She's back at Deerhollow, so don't freak
Where
out
are we?
too much.
This is not Tanglewood. How did we get here?
We're next to Tanglewood. Yeah.
Yeah, you're in like the Fae realm sort of thing, you know?
What? Why?
Why? Well, from what I heard, you were wandering a wee bit close to the forest, if you understand what I'm saying. Wink, wink.
We needed wood to help keep the fire burnings in winter. It was winter time. It was not winter time when you entered this, by the way.
Well, sounds like you've got quite a listen. We're going to help you get back. Don't worry. Just stick with us, all right? We're friends. Maya sent us here. Why do you think we had a shawl?
Okay.
Just hang tight, you know?
She's supposed to protect me. I don't know.
She did by sending us, so all is well.
She was going to come in swinging left and right and like killing everyone. We were like, that's
she does that. She likes to,
right.
Yeah.
She's got like some anger issues. I think she's working through some things.
Misunderstood.
Yeah, it's all good. Listen, you're going to be fine. We got a few other little things that we got to knock off our to-do list here, and then once we finish that, we're gonna get out of here, and you can come with us. All right?
Okay, we got to get out of here. I saw there's all sorts of weird things like people get turned into frogs, and the people when I came here, people were dressed like it was all pink and bubbly, like pink bubbles.
Pink bubbles. They were dressed like pink bubbles.
That sounds like a popping time.
Letty shanks Lagolla in the neck.
I'm so graceful, I just turn.
Oh dear. Yeah.
Listen, we've got.
I have an idea. Have some of this, and she hands him one of a flask. Okay. This will help calm your nerves.
We've got a very important task that we have to do. See,
is this your flask, or is this a flask just from the dining room?
No, this is my flask because I have a. Wait, I have to. What?
Do you have a drinking problem, Lagolla?
No, it's indulging in vices. So my tea is just stronger.
I feel like that's a yes, though. Actually,
yes.
Courtly etiquette dictates that's very different.
Vice equals problem.
Yeah, definitely a lot of those courtly people drinking out of flasks. Yeah, that's definitely.
Yeah, I have
more
the
like my
teacup
mountain
holster.
moonshine people.
He'll down a thimble of it. Oh, yeah, that feels a lot better. She trapped me. I was just trying to get some work done.
The Fae are known for their trickery. I think I've read in a book once. I don't know if that's still up to date, but it seems to be the case.
I saw Dulcinea from Deerhollow. She was here for
what?
Why was she here?
When did you say?
Was it like moments before we walked up?
I asked for help, and she just kind of laughed and left.
That does track with what we know of her. So
That was
How long? Can you tell how long ago that might have been?
it was when everything was pink and bubbling, and then I had something to eat, and then it got foggier.
So what I'm thinking is, don't eat or drink anything that is given to you by a fae, or wander around the territory, because they do some creepy things. I'm just saying.
Well, that's problematic, because when I learned how to play croquet, I was given a bun and I consumed that.
Oh, Lagolla. You sweet summer child.
It was either go with a lie or get called out for talking about croquet, which apparently they behead us for.
Lagolla, as far as you know, you haven't forgotten anything yet. As far as
I feel great so far. I'm full.
Yeah, you're full of it, all right. Anyhow, we need to get to the Earl King, because we gotta get
his hand, right? It was the Earl King's hand. That was the thing that we're getting.
The ring from the Earl King's hand.
Ring from the Earl King's hand.
We gotta get
we don't need the whole hand.
Ring. Just the ring.
We don't not need the hand. Like, if we cut the hand off, we're still okay. I'm just saying.
We'll also have the ring.
The ring will be easily accessible at that point.
We gotta get the ring for the Earl King's hand. Well, do you know about the curse that's befallen the land? Everyone turning into well, look at me. I'm not supposed to look like candy.
Oh, yes. That cat's out of the bag, yes.
What? No. What?
Okay. Listen, everything while you've been here has gone to absolute shit.
I have to go get Maya.
Let's
not do anything rash. It is a good instinct, but we have to calculate the
We
course.
appreciate the bravery, and we will tell Maya that you said that to the fair. But here's the best way.
Why can't I tell Maya?
We're gonna back up your story. What I'm saying is, if you really want to help her, you gotta help us, because we're trying to save the entire, area, the region, the world, that sort of thing. Okay. And she would want you to help us. We came here to help you. So now, we're on a team. Woo! Let's go, team Wolverines. Let's go. Yeah.
Right. Wolverines?
There you go. See, it just rolls off the tongue. Okay, so do you know anything about the Earl King? Like what he does, what he likes, that sort of thing?
I think Ilda? Yeah. Oh God. Ilda.
Okay.
She just brought us to she brought me to the feasting room. She talked about how we would get some food and I could bring some back for Maya and that I should eat. And I don't think everything was pink. And I saw Dulcinea and she was in the gardens where we are right now, but it was different then. And they were like bubble skies and the plants were all pink and there were all these flowers and it's different now.
Okay.
When is this?
Later. It's later than you we could tell you that you've been gone for a while. Let's just put it that way. But don't worry, Maya's waiting for you. She's excited to see you and all that sort of stuff.
Okay. Do you guys want to, with one person, because it's going to be the help action, give me a grace check to kind of keep him in check with advantage?
Sure, I can attempt this.
Okay.
All right, we got a 4 as a good start.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And a 5. Okay, both of those pass.
Okay. Whatever we need to do, I can help you guys while we're here, and then we can go back to Deerhollow and Maya.
Absolutely. Yes, that's right.
What I think is we should probably stay together, because you wandered off and you got abducted by Faye for ever. So let's get the group back together. I've got Gallicrow in my backpack. Lagolla's here. We got Ethan here. Oh, where's Adelaide and Roxy?
Um,
Gosh dang it.
I know how to hunt. We could try hunting Adelaide.
A little wooden bird flies across your vision, leaving the Dawn Gardens.
That means nothing to me because I didn't see Adelaide follow the bird earlier.
Me either. Like, yeah,
But
birds
you
made
did
of
know
wood.
that it attracted her attention originally.
Hey,
That's-
They
bird.
did wander away from you guys
Bird.
at the croquet.
Yeah, actually, I guess
Bird!
Lagolla would try to do what Letty's doing, not so gracefully. Talk to the bird.
How dare you?
Wow.
Stop talking at my bird. I already gave it instructions. Get away.
Okay,
oh, well,
hey,
I was just
you.
hoping to talk with it.
Well, it's a toy. Why would you talk to a toy?
Well, I think I saw one of my friends interested in it, which is surprising because she doesn't normally try to
Are
talk
you
to animals.
spies? Are you more of my brother's spies? No,
Hey, did you shank our friend? Where's our friend?
How dare I shank nobody? I am far more graceful than that, and you would never find the body if I did.
So
Right.
wait a second. Is that mean you didn't?
I sent your spy friend over to my brother to tell him that his hair was wire and that he's got a pumpkin.
Where did
nose
you send
suit,
her?
And my brother is in Twilight right now.
Oh,
that's
okay. Thank
Where
you.
my bird went. Okay.
I
You
have a
just, like,
message.
turn
I have a message from your brother.
Oh yeah. What did he say? Well, he
Your brother
smells bad.
says. Your brother says he loves you very much. He misses you, and yeah, he really hopes that this little problem that the two of you have been having, you could just bury the hatchet. He's just real excited. He's just, he's just like, why do we do this anymore? You only have one life. You only got one sibling, or maybe you've got more in some cases, but in
Give
this
me-
case, you just got the one.
A grace check with advantage.
Okay.
Nice.
Oh, thank you for the advantage. Because that was a 19 otherwise. A 6 with advantage.
Oh, really? He said all that?
Oh yeah.
The bird's gonna completely.
As you say that, you hear the sort of mechanical flapping of a wooden bird coming behind you towards.
Would there be a
Cyrilla.
way? Would there be a way for me to stealthily shoot that toy bird?
I would allow it. I would allow it.
Okay. just like the whole stretch in the movie.
Letty's distracting, but like it's the worst distraction. It's like,
Hey, over here! Look at me! I'm moving my hands.
You don't have the hand, Letty. You don't have the hand puppets this time.
Imagine these are rat heads.
The rat heads. Lagolla, give me your grace with your bow.
Okay.
how bad?
Nat
Really bad.
20.
Oh, you.
Oh.
Son of a bitch.
So close.
I just shoot the person, what happens?
So, as you kind of aim your arrow and shoot, for some reason, a croquet ball goes in front of it. Your arrow hits it. It goes sideways through a flaming hoop. It starts to zigzag. And then you see a person who looks kind of amazed and then takes a drink. And the number above his head starts to go enormously high. Yeah!
First of all-
Touchdown.
First of all, I fucking hate that game. It just ruined my shot. Second of all, now
Wow.
we can't win because I just gave him a lot of points.
That's true. Anyhow, why don't we go talk to your brother and definitely not listen to this bird, because the bird we heard was
Jeff,
taken
I'll give
over
you- I'll
by
give you
spies.
just a pity. I'll give you a pity grace check if you want to try to grab it out of the air.
Okay.
I'll give you a
You
pity
can't
grace
do
check.
any worse than me, Letty.
Okay. Come on. Come
You
on.
rolled so well.
I rolled a 7.
Okay.
Ooh.
Yeah. I rolled a nat 20
just-
first roll.
you
I've
can
been rolling
hear
great
it
since
coming
then.
behind you.
The
and you
sticky
just
fingers
stick your
prevailed
hand
again.
out with your sticky hand.
Go get it, Taffy.
Go grab it, Chaffee. And you just quickly just grab this bird and shove it in your pocket. And Cyrilla goes, "Yeah, okay, I'll go talk to my brother. And yeah, you can keep the bird. I don't need it anymore, I guess."
I'm proud of you.
if
You know,
he
you've really
said
shown
that?
some growth. He did. Wasn't that nice
Oh.
of him?
Yeah, yeah. I'll go talk to him. You guys better go talk to the brother before she gets there.
let me go.
That's what I was thinking. It's like,
Let me walk with you. You know, let me walk with you. Like I'm a little. My leg kind of hurts. Do you mind if I just? Can we just move a little more?
It was good
slowly?
of him to admit he was wrong, and we'll take care. Yeah. We'll
my
slow.
hip. Oh,
Yeah.
It's this stone hip of mine. It's just a. Lagolla, move your ass.
Lagolla had already left after she missed the shot and bitched about the points.
Well, who the hell are you and why are you standing next to me? Get out of here.
I don't know. Why are you yelling at me? Lagolla, you sort of hustle in front of Letty and Cyrilla towards the Twilight Ballroom. As you get there, Adelaide, I need another wits check from you, please. As you get there, you see this scene in front of you with this man dressed elegantly in purple, and he is where's that next song? And he is singing about dancing in the year 1999, which doesn't make sense to you at all, but he's impeccably dressed and
a bit delirious.
And you see behind him this array of fae that are perfectly in sync with his dance routine. And you realize, looking at them, one of them is Adelaide, and she looks super unhappy. That being said, you also see your target, which is another teenager dressed exactly like the one that you just left, who seems to be looking in the sky, waiting for a wooden bird to come back, looking huffy.
Lagolla will smile and wave at Adelaide, see the frown, and then kind of put the hand down and look concerned, and then just go put a single finger up, like 1 minute. And then she's going to run over to the brother. Or is this the sister?
This is the brother.
This is the brother.
Adelaide, what was your wits roll?
13.
No, 13.
Over 12.
Wait, can I help? Can I give her
We did get
a heart
audience for a heart.
Okay.
I have 2 anyway. I've got 2 anyway.
Yeah, I'll allow it.
Okay. So you
if you want to just like somehow grab her as
one.
you're walking by, I'd allow that.
Yeah.
As a sort of a help action. No, never mind.
How many points did you need? I rolled a 1.
I just needed 1.
Huh?
I rolled a 13 over 12.
Okay.
I thought you needed 11.
You guys are lucky that you've got these like 1-overs so much. So as you're going by,
you kind of shook your head at her, and she just like burst into tears, and you were like, "Oh dear, maybe I just need to."
Yeah.
Basically holding up the 1, and then it was like, okay.
You reach a hand out, grab Adelaide. Adelaide, with enough force of will, you manage to allow yourself to be pulled off of this cursed ballroom. As far as you're concerned, you do have exhaustion now. You do get,
Adelaide,
unfortunately, repercussions for this.
Thank you.
For some reason, I just feel like saying, you're so blue.
You are weary. Sorry, you are weary for this.
I'm so tired. I thought the dance was gonna be fun, and then I couldn't stop.
It's fun if you pass your first wits roll.
You know what will make you feel better, Adelaide?
Like 3.
Here's what will make you feel better, Adelaide. We have to lie to this person to prepare a relationship so that they stop bickering. I think it was a friend of yours that was arguing with another person.
It was a sister, and she wanted me to say all of these really
Suddenly,
mean
halfway
things.
through Adelaide's like very upset speech, her voice switches to that of like squawking, and you see a small gesture standing behind her, who then points and laughs and runs away. But you do also still have the twin, and you know that Letty is coming soon as well.
Do I still understand the squawking since I talk to animals?
Oh, no. This is seems to be some sort
French.
of curse.
Oh,
Yes, And unfortunately, Adelaide, this is probably like the second time this little gesture has gotten you. But it wore off the first time. Because you've been dancing for so long.
One moment, Adelaide. I have to go talk to the sibling real quick. Just cough a couple of times. That might reset. I'll be right back. And she'll run over to the sibling or the twin.
She just starts crying again. 'Cause she's like,
Yeah. All right. Adelaide can go with Lagolla, but you guys do manage to get to Carrillo. Are you spies for my sister?
No, actually. What we wanted to pass along was after hearing just the story of you and your sister, she wanted to apologize and say that she realizes just how important you are in her life and how much this event means and that you're both experiencing it together. And she just wants to bury the hatchet, I think is a phrase they use out here, and just start over new with you. And she complimented many of your attributes. She loves the feather in your cap.
Now you're pushing it.
Yeah.
All right, give me a grace roll.
Oh, could I make... Nah, I'm not really... No, okay. Oh, 10 under 13.
10
Yay.
She said that? She
Yes.
apologized to me?
Yes. Oh, yes.
I mean, I deserved it. I have the better outfit and I came here first, but it's good for her to admit that.
And I think it would be fun if both of you came up with new, different outfits together as like a bonding exercise.
Yeah, like, I mean, we'll figure something out. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Thank you. And I will say, as you guys have resolved the fight between the twins, they will allow you to keep the wooden bird that they were using to send nasty messages to each other. So you have gained a courier raven, a small brass statue of a raven. Whisper a message to it, and it will fly across the land to deliver it to whomever you wish, wherever in the lands they are.
Letty's got that in her inventory, right?
I just
yes.
put it in. I put saliva stained courier raven.
All right. So as you guys kind of come with this conclusion to the twins, you see Letty bringing the other one towards you, and they kind of like hug it out, and they sort of deacon and start whispering amongst each other. And you believe Krill and Krillo are golden now. So they seem happy with each other, and then they like sort of touching each other's clothes and making slight alterations so they don't look quite the same. And as a group, you kind of turn and look at this ballroom, and the dancing is starting to die down. And the fellow in purple has started to kind of walk back towards his throne, where he turns around, sits down, and stares down across his kingdom of Fae and locks eyes with your group. And that is where we will end it for tonight.
Letty, send our new bird friend over to him and say, I'm a magic bird and I require one of your golden rings to establish a truce between the kingdom I'm from. Maybe he'll fall for that.
That is the stupidest idea.
And Adelaide's just like,
I think Adelaide has the bird flu.
Also, I just want to point out how productive Letty and Lagolla were. We worked together. We rescued Ethan. We found Letty's soulmate. We repaired this brother and sister relationship. That was
Through
great.
lies.
We were awesome.
Yeah.
Like we buried the hatchet, and look at all this. And then Adelaide just was,
oh, you just been dancing this whole time? Oh, that's fine. I thought we were trying to save the freaking land, but you just go dancing. That's fine.
Don't worry, Adelaide. She doesn't mean it. She just didn't get.
No, I mean it.
Adelaide,
she just didn't
try
get
to talk.
David.
The croaking eventually stops, and you can speak in English again.
If the jester comes back again, I'll put an arrow through their skull.
It's just a prank, bro. Lighten
I'm
up.
going to do it for free.
an arrow goes through his skull.
You recognize that voice, FYI. This might be the same voice you heard when you released Ashcan.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Otherwise known as Trash Can.
Mm-hmm. Agent Trash Can. Secret.
You guys are wet blankets and boring. It's just
I'm going to smother you and waterboard you if I'm a wet blanket.
I'm
So, yeah, this is-
tired. I was dancing and I didn't want to dance anymore. And I'm so tired.
But look
You
at all
can
the
dance
great
if you
moves
want
you've
to.
learned.
But clearly you left your friends behind because your friends aren't dancing. And if, you're going to keep dancing, well, then you're no friend of mine.
I stopped dancing. I wanted to stop dancing.
I was just falling asleep.
So long ago. And my feet are so tired, and these are not comfortable shoes to dance in.
You could have taken them off.
Can someone put the curse back on?
All right.
I feel like my characters complaining when they're injured is
the curtain slightly falls on the scene. And with complaining of the feet. Though to be fair, Adelaide is now wary, which is a status condition.
To be fair.
Yeah. To be fair.
Yes,
yeah.
Absolutely.
To be fair.
Kips her nicely. Is like, as I pull the curtain down to tell you to shut the hell up.
Jeff,
I like this. This is giving me time to. This is perfect. Give me time to do a. Yeah. So check out our buddies Garblag Games. Aaron on Thursdays is going to be playing in their other Scape game. So just check that channel out. They're good friends of ours. And Otherscape's an awesome game. We played it here on the channel for a bit, and now they're going to start up one as well. As for the rest of us, what else we got? We got Huckleberry. Let's talk a little about Huckleberry. Our friend Steven is making a game. It's an awesome horror cinematic Western. So you should check it out, huckleberryrpg.com. New releases. I'm not sure what's on deck for April, but every month is getting a new release, but there should be something coming out. And yeah, you should hop in the Discord, ask questions, talk about it, find people to play with, all sorts of good things. In terms of our streaming schedule, next one up is Thursday, where we're going to start up a new arc of Swords of the Serpentine, which we've been playing now for a couple months, and it's been a blast. Absolutely love it. Friday, yeah, you can see everyone. But
forgot to level up my character, but I'm totally going to remember to do that before Thursday.
Get 2 days. It's fine. Everyone here but Derek is in that game. On Friday,
all 2 of us.
There's 3 of us. There's you.
Yeah, you're running it.
Yeah, that's true. And Friday, you'll see some Dragonbane. Again, everyone but Derek here is in that game. Isn't that interesting? As Aaron will be running that for us. And then on Saturday...
The hospital needs me.
Okay. And then on Saturday, we have some Call of Cthulhu. We just started back up our Eternal Lies campaign. We are in Ethiopia, and they're going to die of heat. Or they're going to be killed by Italian fascists. One of the two. Or why not both? And then on Monday, still not sure, but we'll be back on Tuesday with more Perils and Princesses. But that's it. That's what we got. We are going to raid Omega Ohm TV. They're playing some Alien. So follow that raid. Have a great rest of your night. We'll see y'all later. Bye-bye.
Good game.